Across the sands of time, buried beneath earth and stone, lie the forgotten treasures of lost civilizations. Symbols of power, tools of science, and echoes of beliefs etched into metal, clay, and bone. Some of these artifacts answered ancient questions, others only deepened the mystery. But each one tells a story of humanity, a story of wonder. In this journey through time, we uncover 24 extraordinary artifacts, each with its own tale of discovery, controversy, and timeless legacy. These are not just relics. These are windows into the minds and worlds of those who came before us.
Deep in the volcanic deserts of northwestern Saudi Arabia lies Harat Khaber, a haunting landscape, dotted with hundreds of massive stone structures that have stood silently for over 9,000 years. These enigmatic formations take various shapes. Some resemble enormous gates stretching hundreds of feet across the barren terrain, while others form perfect circles, keyholes, and even kite-like designs visible only from above. The archaeologists first documented these structures in the 1920s, but their true purpose remains one of the Middle East's greatest mysteries. The local Bedouin tribes, who have traversed these lands for centuries, refer to them poetically as works of the old men, passing down no other knowledge about their origins. The precision and scale of these constructions suggest an organized civilization capable of large-scale projects. Yet no other evidence of such a culture exists in the region. What makes these structures particularly intriguing is their placement in such an inhospitable environment, a lava field with scarce water and vegetation. Why would ancient people invest such tremendous effort here? Some researchers theorize they may have been ritual sites or astronomical observatories, while others note disturbing similarities to descriptions of mythical gateways found in ancient texts. Satellite imagery reveals these formations stretch across nearly 200 square miles, hinting at a significance we've yet to comprehend. Recent studies using advanced dating techniques confirm their Neolithic origins, making them older than Stonehenge and the Egyptian pyramids. Yet their builders remain completely unknown to history. Hidden in the hills of Maharashtra, India lies one of archaeology's most confounding discoveries. Over 1,000 rock shelters containing tens of thousands of petroglyphs dating back approximately 10,000 years. While many depict scenes of daily life and local wildlife, others showcase animals that should not exist in prehistoric India. Most notably African species like rhinoceroses and hippopotamuses rendered with startling anatomical accuracy. This presents a profound challenge to our understanding of early human history. According to current scientific consensus, these African animals never inhabited the Indian subcontinent, and human civilizations at that time lacked the capability for transcontinental travel that would allow such detailed knowledge of foreign species. The carvings show these creatures in dynamic poses with accurate proportions, suggesting the artists worked from direct observation rather than second-hand descriptions. Several theories attempt to explain this anomaly. Some paleontologists suggest these species may have had a much wider prehistoric distribution than previously believed, possibly existing in India during periods of different climate conditions. Others propose that ancient humans maintained trade or cultural connections across vast distances much earlier than documented. Among the ruins of the Babylovsky Palace near St. Petersburg stands one of history's most bizarre royal indulgences, a gargantuan bathtub carved from a single block of red granite. Commissioned by Tsar Alexander I in the early 19th century, this monolithic bathing vessel measures an astonishing 17 feet in diameter, stands 8 feet tall, and weighs approximately 50 tons, equivalent to a modern battle tank. Historical records indicate the tub was carved over 10 years by hundreds of workers using primitive tools, a feat of engineering that pushed the limits of stoneworking technology at the time. The interior was polished to a mirror finish, with walls nearly 2 feet thick, capable of holding about 8,000 gallons of water. Yet despite its impressive craftsmanship, the tub's impracticality raises persistent questions about its true purpose. While official histories claim it was inspired by the Tsar's fascination with Roman baths, the sheer scale makes practical use unlikely. Filling it would have required an entire day's work from a team of servants, and heating the water would have been nearly impossible with period technology. Across multiple continents, embedded in ancient rock formations dating back hundreds of millions of years, there exist mysterious footprints of colossal proportions. These aren't vague impressions, but clearly defined humanoid footprints, complete with distinct toe marks and arches, except they range from 2 to 4 feet in length, suggesting beings that would have stood 12 to 15 feet tall. One of the most famous examples is the giant footprint of Bhima near Bangalore, India, a perfect left foot impression measuring 3.2 feet long, preserved in granite estimated to be over 200 million years old. In South Africa's Impuluzi region, a similar footprint shows remarkable anatomical detail, including visible pressure points that match human biomechanics. China's Guizhou province boasts multiple specimens, with one particularly clear print showing 5 toes and a pronounced arch. Mainstream science typically dismisses these as examples of pareidolia, the human tendency to see familiar shapes in random patterns or unusual erosion formations. However, the precise anatomical features and multiple independent discoveries across different continents and geological strata keep alternative explanations alive. In 2014, a resident of Vladivostok, Russia made a startling discovery while preparing coal for his fireplace. Embedded in a lump of coal was a strange metallic object resembling a toothed ear or sprocket. Subsequent analysis revealed it was composed of an aluminum-magnesium alloy, a combination that doesn't occur naturally and requires sophisticated metallurgical processes to create. The most shocking aspect was the coal's age, approximately 300 million years, from the Carboniferous period when Earth's land was dominated by giant ferns and early reptiles. This predates not just human civilization, but the earliest dinosaurs by over 100 million years. The object's precise, manufactured appearance suggests it was artificially created. Yet this would require rewriting the entire history of life on Earth. In the farmland surrounding Novosibirsk, Siberia, archaeologists made a baffling discovery: a small but remarkably sophisticated stone figurine depicting a humanoid figure wearing an elaborate feather headdress. Radiocarbon dating places its creation around 3000 BCE, making it approximately 5,000 years old. What makes this artifact so perplexing is that it resembles artwork from cultures thousands of miles and centuries removed from ancient Siberia. The statue's craftsmanship is extraordinary, with detailed facial features and intricate headgear that looks more like ceremonial attire from pre-Columbian Mesoamerica or Polynesia than anything associated with prehistoric Siberian cultures. The feather arrangement in particular shows a level of artistic sophistication and cultural symbolism completely unexpected for the time and place. Conventional archaeology struggles to explain its presence. No known Siberian culture from that era produced artwork of this style or quality. Some researchers speculate it might have been brought by long-distance traders or migrating groups, though there's no evidence of such connections at that time. Others suggest it could represent a completely unknown culture that existed in Siberia before being displaced or assimilated by later peoples. Discovered in 2019 by farmer Tom Gibbons, this 3-foot-tall sandstone head presents multiple anomalies. Its stylistic features don't match any known Native American artistic traditions. Mineral analysis suggests the sandstone originated over 200 miles away. Weathering patterns indicate it may be significantly older than nearby artifacts. Most intriguing are its proportions. The facial geometry follows Pythagorean ratios not known in pre-Columbian America, while the headdress design bears uncanny resemblance to Mesopotamian priest-kings. Ground-penetrating radar revealed possible buried companion pieces, but excavations were halted due to local protests citing cultural sensitivity. The giants of Monte Prama are more than just impressive sculptures. They're a 3,000-year-old enigma that challenges our understanding of Nuragic civilization. These 8-foot-tall sandstone warriors, with their haunting disc-shaped eyes and geometric armor, display features found nowhere else in Mediterranean art. Each statue's eyes contain quartz crystals that reflect moonlight in precise patterns. Their armor designs match Bronze Age Mycenaean styles. Despite no known contact, body proportions follow the golden ratio, a mathematical concept not formally identified until ancient Greece. Recent LiDAR scans revealed an extensive underground complex beneath the statues, including what appear to be copper-lined chambers of unknown purpose. The Fat Boys of La Democracia aren't just unusual 4,000-year-old stone sculptures. They're carefully engineered magnetic artifacts that continue to baffle scientists. These rotund figures, standing about 4 feet tall, exhibit precise magnetic properties. Each statue's right temple contains a concentrated magnetic field. The figures can be arranged to create a U-shaped electromagnetic field between them. Magnetic intensity varies predictably from head to torso. What makes this extraordinary is that the Olmec civilization predates known human understanding of magnetism by 2 millennia. Modern experiments show the statue's magnetic properties align with solar events. During equinoxes, their fields interact in measurable ways. In 2017, researcher Ismet Smiley made a startling discovery while hiking through Kosovo's Shar Mountains. A perfectly spherical stone object approximately 12 inches in diameter containing what appeared to be an integrated electromagnetic coil system. The artifact's most baffling feature was its copper wiring, which wasn't added to the stone but somehow fused with it during formation, as if the two materials had grown together organically. Laboratory analysis dated the object to approximately 20,000 years old, a time when human technology was supposedly limited to basic stone tools. The coil's design shows sophisticated understanding of electromagnetic principles, with convex bands acting as insulators and 4 symmetrically placed contact points that resemble a modern transformer's input. Output terminals dot the copper purity, 99.99%, matches that used in contemporary electronics, yet shows oxidation patterns consistent with extreme age. Mainstream archaeologists dismiss it as a natural formation, but electrical engineers who've examined photographs note its uncanny resemblance to a Tesla-style resonant transformer. Local legends speak of thunderstones used by ancient gods, while more speculative theories suggest it could be evidence of a lost technological civilization or even extraterrestrial contact. In a private Milanese archive rests Urbano Monti's 60-sheet world map from 1587, a cartographic marvel that shouldn't exist. What makes this map extraordinary isn't just its size, 27 square feet when assembled, but its startlingly accurate depiction of lands Europeans hadn't yet discovered, including the correct longitude of the Americas, not accurately calculable until the 18th century, the subglacial topography of Antarctica, officially undiscovered until 1820, detailed coastal outlines of Australia, first European sighting in 1606. Most perplexing is Monti's unique polar projection, a perspective only possible from high altitude that wouldn't become common until the space age. His depiction of the Amazon River system shows tributaries that wouldn't be mapped for another 300 years, while his rendering of Japan's eastern coastline matches surveys conducted during the Edo period that were unknown in Europe. The 5,000-year-old eye idols of Telbrak aren't just unusual figurines. They're part of an elaborate cosmological system that modern scholars struggle to comprehend. These alabaster figures, ranging from 2 to 24 inches tall, share disturbing characteristics. Their enlarged eyes contain precisely placed obsidian pupils that track light sources. Geometric patterns on their bodies match cuneiform astronomical tables. Some specimens show evidence of once being coated in an unknown conductive material. Recent CT scans revealed hollow chambers within the idols containing residue of psychoactive compounds, suggesting ritual use. Even more unsettling is their distribution. Identical figures have been found as far away as Malta and the Indus Valley, implying a cultural connection across impossible distances for the era. In the ruins of Hattusa, capital of the Hittite Empire, lies a mysterious green stone. It's cube-shaped, highly polished, and made of nephrite or serpentine. No inscriptions, no clues. It rests in a stone chamber with no architectural purpose. Locals call it the wish stone, believing it has mystical properties. But there is no written reference to its use. It was placed with intention, but the reason for its presence is lost to time. It lies in the heart of a temple, yet does not align with religious architecture. Unlike altars or thrones, it offers no indication of functionality. It does not serve structure. It does not adorn. It exists in isolation, like a relic moved across centuries, silently waiting. What power did the Hittites attribute to it? Was it an offering, a relic, or something far older that they themselves inherited? In 1924, a farmer in Glozal, France, stumbled upon a trove of artifacts. More than 3,000 clay tablets, bones, and stones, all covered in strange symbols. The writing does not match any known script. Some tablets appear ancient, others suspiciously modern. Dating tests only deepen the mystery. Some materials dated to the Neolithic era, others to the Middle Ages. Was it an elaborate hoax, or evidence of a forgotten culture? Skeptics point to inconsistencies, while believers argue that the sheer volume suggests authenticity. Nearly a century later, no definitive conclusion has been reached. The Glozal tablets remain an unsolved enigma. Smooth black stones discovered in Peru, covered in engravings. The scenes they depict are shocking. Humans riding dinosaurs, advanced surgery, telescopes, and even celestial maps. Many believe them to be fakes made for tourists. Some stones have been admitted hoaxes, but a few show signs of weathering and antiquity. No scientific consensus exists. Are they ancient records of forgotten knowledge, or just a well-crafted deception? The stones span a vast array of subjects, seemingly without coherence. Prehistoric beasts beside futuristic instruments. If real, they suggest knowledge that transcends recorded history. If false, they represent a mass manipulation unparalleled in archaeological hoaxes. Either way, their existence reflects humanity's complex relationship with truth, myth, and mystery. Scattered across 4 remote sites in northeastern India's Assam region, over 700 massive stone jars, some standing 10 feet tall, loom over the landscape like forgotten monoliths. Their shapes vary from cylindrical to conical, with some featuring decorative stone discs nearby. Local Naga tribes call them the pots of the giants, weaving folktales of ancient giants who brewed rice beer in these vessels. Archaeologists have a more sobering theory. These may be burial jars, similar to Laos' famous Plain of Jars. Yet excavations have yielded only a handful of human bones and iron artifacts. The jars' distribution is puzzling, clustered along hill ridges and mountain passes rather than near settlements. Radiocarbon dating places them between 400 BCE and 200 CE, but no pottery or tools found nearby match known cultures of that era. Recent LiDAR surveys revealed previously unknown jar sites hidden beneath jungle canopies. Some jars are carved from sandstone not found locally, suggesting they were transported miles from quarries. But why? Were they funerary urns for sky burials? storage vessels for trade routes, or perhaps ritual objects aligned with celestial events. The Naga people, who have lived alongside these mysteries for generations, simply say they were here before the first rain. In a remote rock shelter in Panama, stones were found arranged with precise alignment. They were made of magnetic minerals like magnetite and pyrite. They disrupt compass readings. Carbon dating puts them at over 4,000 years old. No nearby settlement. No tools. Their arrangement suggests deliberate design, possibly for rituals. But no culture in the region left such patterns. No mythology explains them. Who brought the stones? Who aligned them? Why? They appear as though someone long ago understood the Earth's magnetic field in ways we did not expect. The precision and elemental resonance hint at a lost science or a forgotten communion between Earth and spirit. Found in Kuwait, the figurine has an elongated head and bulbous eyes, resembling depictions often associated with alien life. It dates back nearly 7,000 years. Its design does not match known Neolithic Gulf artwork. It may represent a deity or a masked figure, but its form is unique. No other similar figures have been found nearby. It stands alone, without context or explanation, defying classification within known Mesopotamian or Arabian traditions. Its expression is enigmatic, not quite human, not quite monstrous. It evokes both reverence and unease. Was it symbolic of something divine, or was it an outsider, a memory of something not from this world? Time has erased its meaning, but not its presence. Using Muon radiography, scientists discovered a large hidden void inside the Great Pyramid of Giza in 2017. It lies above the Grand Gallery, over 30 meters long. There is no known entrance. No records mention it. It could be a structural space or something else. Its purpose is unknown. The precision and effort required to build such a cavity suggests significance. Yet it remains sealed, untouched, and unexplained. For over 4,000 years, it remained hidden in plain sight. The ancient Egyptians, master architects, and meticulous planners would not have built such a space without reason. Theories abound: a burial chamber for a hidden king, a symbolic womb of rebirth, or an astronomical chamber, but none are confirmed. The void endures, as silent as the stones that surround it. Dozens of stone formations, older than the pyramids, lie scattered in the Syrian desert. Some are circles. Others are spirals or radial patterns. They are called wheels and span hundreds of feet. Their arrangement suggests alignment with celestial events, but no writing accompanies them. No settlements are nearby. No explanation exists for why they were built. They rise from the desert like echoes of a vanished order. Their geometry hints at astronomical purpose, calendars or star maps etched into the earth. But without culture to interpret them, their story remains half-told. Conflict and time have buried their voices. They are patterns without a key. Found on Easter Island, these wooden tablets bear a script never seen elsewhere. It reads in a unique pattern, reverse Bostrofeden. The language has never been decoded. The people who created it lost the knowledge of its meaning. Only 24 tablets survive. The rest were destroyed during colonization and religious conversion. No Rosetta Stone exists. The writing is lost, and with it, the culture's memory. Each symbol may be a word, a sound, or an idea. No one knows. The language died before the modern world could record it. Its extinction was swift, brutal, and final. What stories did it tell? What knowledge was embedded in those lines? They are now mute fragments of an erased mind. Discovered in Crete, the Phaistos disc is made of fired clay and marked with 241 stamped symbols in a spiral. It dates to the Minoan Bronze Age. The symbols don't match any known language. Some appear to show humans, birds, and tools. The disc may contain a hymn, a law, or a game. But without similar texts, it remains undeciphered. A unique object in a sea of familiar ruins. Unlike linear A or B, which have partial decoding, the Phaistos disc remains closed. No other artifact bears its script. It could be a ritual item, a personal prayer, a lost dialect, or a symbol of forgotten wisdom. It sits outside language, beyond understanding. Small hollow objects made of bronze, with 12 flat pentagonal faces, each containing a circular hole. They have been found in ancient Roman sites across Europe. Yet no Roman text describes them. Their function remains unknown. Theories range from candle holders to tools for measuring distances, even instruments used in rituals or divination. Despite their symmetrical construction and recurrence, they lack consistent context, found in graves, fields, and rivers. Their exact purpose is still unknown. They exhibit craftsmanship and intention, but intention toward what? Their ubiquity and variety suggest widespread use, and yet complete silence in Roman records. Were they kept secret? Was their use common knowledge then, but lost completely now? The enigma grows deeper the more is uncovered.